Piston in his face. We take a look now on a clear out. Michael Jordan appears to have Joe Dumars beat, but Isaiah Thomas totally leads B.J. Armstrong, recognizing that Michael Jordan may try to do it on his own, and they play right into the Pistons' hands.
Ball was tipped out of bounds after the jump ball. Back to Hodges. Spots up for the three, and it rims out. Greg Hodges is 2 of 12 from three-point range, which equals what he had accomplished in the first 5 games of this series, 2 of 12. He was 4 for 4 in the Chicago win the other night. And it'll be Detroit to put it in bounds. If I have to pick one key play, and that's impossible in basketball, I go back to Isaiah Thomas in that first quarter of play. Detroit had just taken the lead, and he blocked a Michael Jordan jump shot. Rodman got the loose ball. Dumars in the fast break at the other end, and since they took that three-point edge, Detroit has, for the most part, been in control of this ball game.
And certainly plays like that, the ability to penetrate and find people, more so than scoring. Isaiah Thomas has been the leader of this team for so many years, and despite all the rumors to the contrary, this will go a long way in reestablishing his preeminence, not only in the league, but on his team, among his teammates.
Jordan chases it down and tries to find Scottie Pippen, who had left. Here's Isaiah.
The plays of the Bulls right now are plays of desperation. You know, they have already sensed it slipping away, and guys are trying to do more than they're capable of doing, and that includes Michael Jordan.
They're packing their bags in Portland. The lead is 20, and Mark Aguirre is back at the line. .91-70. I'll go back to what Phil Jackson said yesterday. We've got to get 95 at least to win. Anything below that, we've got no chance. Aguirre with a rebound. Aguirre with 9 rebounds and 15 points off the bench. Big effort. Joining his high school friend from Chicago, Isaiah Thomas, on that assist, and Magic Johnson is here to appreciate all this. He's the third close friend in that bunch. Timeout, Bulls, with 2:03 to go.
Non-verbal communication. Watch Isaiah's eyes as he licks his lips in anticipation, telling John Sally it's time for you to take off in the backdoor situation. No words spoken. These guys recognize what it takes to win.
Over the course of the year, the two teams, Detroit and Portland, have met 2 times. They've split the season series. Check that next line. Detroit has lost 20 straight games at Portland, and that list goes all the way back to 1974. Both teams 59 and 23 this year. The tiebreaker is the fact the Pistons had a better conference record. Thus, Detroit gets the home court advantage, and they will open the finals here on Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. And don't forget the format for the NBA Finals now: 2 games in Detroit, then 3 in Portland, and back here for the final 2 if necessary. 2:03 to go. Charles Davis in. Horace Grant, Ed Neely, Michael Jordan. Not there from the corner. That's the 3. Nope. Davis gets 2. At the conclusion of our game, Lenny Elmore and I will select the Miller Lite Player of the Game. In conjunction with the award, Light Beer presents a check in the amount of $1,000 in the player's name to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Well, more teams in the NBA may be going to private aircraft. The 2 teams in the finals both fly on charters. As a matter of fact, Steve Jones, a friend of ours who used to play for Portland and does their radio commentary and some television work, There's Armstrong for 2 points. Said that he thinks the acquisition of that private plane, Lenny, is one of the most important things in Portland's successful season.
Well, certainly speaking to people around the league, they attest to the fact that in games, back-to-back game situations, you can pick up 5 or 6 wins by being able to get to a town early enough to get your players rested.
All you got to do is keep fuel truck drivers from backing into the nose of your airplane. Final minute, Mark Aguirre. Travel. Earl Strom tagged him with a travel while he was looking back at Michael Jordan. Lambert out. Thomas out.
Well, the Pistons have moved on, but you really got a feel for this man right here. I mean, playing his heart out, but he recognizes that his team, even though it's one game better, they took the Pistons to a 7th game this year, they still didn't bridge that gap. And that is putting them in the upper echelon of teams that wind up playing at the end of the season. You know, they've bounced back a lot during this series. Usually the Pistons have you down, they grab you by the throat. But this time, in this game, the Pistons didn't let go, and the Bulls just couldn't wriggle out of it.
With the shot clock down to 1, Mark Aguirre brings it back outside. Well, Phil Jackson said yes, this will be considered a successful season for the Bulls. They went 1 game farther. For the Pistons, nothing but another world championship will do. And they, the Detroit Pistons, will meet the Portland Trail Blazers in the best of 7 beginning Tuesday night on CBS. This stifling Detroit Piston defense holds the Chicago Bulls to 28 of 90, 31%. But Michael Jordan had 31, and he's with Pat O'Brien.
Heard Michael Jordan here in the midst of the celebration. What are you saying to the other players, Mike?
All you can do is wish them good luck. I mean, you know, we fought hard. You know, they were the better team. We went to a 7-game series. What more can we ask for? You know, we want to be where they are, but we still got to wait our turn. We're still trying to improve our team. They were the better team, and they played better today.
What's your emotion now, Michael? Sadness, frustration?
Yeah, sadly, I'm disappointed, you know, because I wanted to go further. But I got to accept the season that we played. We had a good season. We got this far. We got to look forward to next season. That's the only thing we can do.
Gave it a hell of a run.
Thank you.
Vern?
Indeed he did. 31 points to lead the Bulls. That's just 1 below his series average. And in the locker room, Mark Aguirre. Bill Lambert. And our Miller Lite player of the game, Isaiah Thomas, tonight with 21 points, 7 of 17. He had 7 rebounds, 8 assists. And on his behalf, Miller Lite will donate $1,000 to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. Isaiah Thomas with his best game at home in this series. Well, go back to that second quarter when this game was really decided, Lynn, and tell us, just to recap what happened, what proved the difference in your mind.
Well, certainly the inability of the Bulls to hit the perimeter shots. And what the Detroit Pistons did is they found an alternative. They weren't able to hit the shots that were given them, but they intensified their defense activity. And what they did was double, triple Michael Jordan. That block by Isaiah proved to be very important. 82% field goal shooting in the second quarter, primarily because they took turnovers and converted them in their transition game. The Bulls never got anyone back. And once they got out 14, 15 points, the Bulls just didn't have the firepower, despite Michael Jordan. They didn't have the firepower to come back, nor the defensive ability to stop the Pistons on the other end.
And in contrast to what happened in Chicago on Friday night, this time the Detroit bench had a terrific, terrific afternoon. Right now, let's go to Leslie Visser, who's with Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah, it has a familiar ring to it, Eastern Conference champion. Congratulations. What was the key?
I think the key was definitely our defense. We played hard. We played aggressive defense. We rebounded the ball extremely well, and we were able to get out into the transition game to get some fast breaks. You know, everybody just did a hell of a job, and it was very difficult. I got a lot of respect for what the Celtics and the Lakers been doing the last 18 years.
You're a kid from the streets of Chicago. Was it any more meaningful to beat the Bulls?
Not really. I got kind of mixed feelings about it because I'm from Chicago and I've always grew up wanting them to do